Good morning. Hi, everyone. Karina wants to say hello.
Hi.
Here on this rainy morning. Got rained out at my walking group, so we had to cut it short, and I got a little bit wet, and now I'm a little chilled, but that's okay, because we're going to work out and get warmed up again, right? Right.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody beside your chair, and let's get started. I think she's done. She's not going to do class with us today. All right. So you guys know the drill. Standing next to your chair, always with a good posture. So roll those shoulders up, back, and down with that little bit of tension between the shoulder blades. Not locking your knees. All right. And we'll just start with head turns, looking side to side, going at your own pace. If you're anything like me, you have a little bit of dizziness or pressure when there's a storm or rain coming through. And so just take it easy today, because we do have some rain and more storms coming this afternoon, I think. All right, looking straight ahead. Let's tilt the ear towards the shoulder, but keep the shoulders relaxed. Side to side, get that good neck stretch. Nice, steady breathing. One more here. Looking straight ahead, let's drop the chin, but don't let those shoulders come forward. Keep them back as you lift the chin and as you drop it down to your chest. Going at that good pace for you. All right. And back to center. Let's roll those shoulders. Get all the crunchies out. Of course, today, after our fitness class, we will be doing our presentation of writing your own exercise prescription. And Kim has that all prepared for us. Switching directions with your arm circles if you haven't already. So join us at 11. That link, it will go live on YouTube at 11. So just kind of stay on your computer there. All right, hands on the shoulders. Let's press the elbows forward and press them back. And relax down. Hands on the hips. Knees aren't locked. We're drawing that belly button in. Keep a super flat back. Hinging forward to the side, back, and side. Nice and cautious here. Just getting that torso warmed up. But you want to keep those hips stationary. They stay put. And then switching directions. My hair looks a little frazzled. It did look good before I went out and got in the rain and the humidity. Oh well. All right, and standing nice and tall. Standing next to your chair for that little bit of balance. Let's bring one knee up and hinging the knee, pressing that heel forward. Keeping that body nice and tall here. And go ahead and relax that leg down, switching to the other side. Outside leg comes up, pressing that heel forward, just hinging at the knee. Those knees like to get a little creaky also during this kind of rainy weather. Get that extra movement in there just to work out the kinks. And relax down. Great. Other side. Full leg swing this time. Remember, keeping the upper body still. All the movement is from the hip. Little bend in that knee. You can kind of swing it across the body a little bit or stay forward and back. Whatever feels good for that hip. So we get that movement. relax. Good. Other side. Again, attain that good posture and then sweeping that leg forward and back. All right. Give those legs a little shake. We're going to do our point and flex. You can do this one sitting if you want to. We're going to go right into some sitting exercises next. All right, and draw in those circles. Take that big toe and draw a great big circle, and then switch the direction of your circle. Make that circle as big as you can. Get those ankles warmed up. Ooh, I always feel that. I got creaky ankles for sure. All right, point and flex, other side. And draw in the circle. And that was a little crack in my ankle. Ooh, other direction. That's pretty typical for me. Old basketball injuries. All right, give those legs a shake. And then let's go ahead and have a seat in our chair. We're going to do some regular range of motion exercises. Let's start with our tug of war. So we'll extend our hands out to the side. A lot of times we get like this. So relax the shoulders down, sitting up tall by drawing that tummy in. Okay? We're just going to reach to the side, come back to center. Reach the other side. Keep that tush on the chair. And sometimes it might not be very far. That's okay. You don't have to reach as far as I am. Maybe reach farther than I do. Last one on each side. Come back to center and shake it out. Oh, that's hard on the arms. All right, we're going to do opposites away from each other. So one hand is going to reach up high, other heel is going to reach forward. I don't know if you can see that very well. Okay, and then we're going to switch, come back to center and switch. You can go as fast as you want here, but just make sure as you're reaching overhead, you're not squishing that neck. Okay, whoops, switch my legs. Nice, easy reach, but reach those fingertips as high as you can, reaching that heel forward as far as you can. A little coordination here. Get the heart rate up if you go a little bit faster. And last one. All right, right into our torso twist. So sitting up tall, still with that good posture. Every exercise with good posture. All right, we're just going to rotate to the side, back to center, to the other side, back to center. Now, if you want to, you can add in that knee raise as you twist. Lower it down when you come to the center. Same thing, other side. If that hurts your low back maybe, or you just don't have very good lift, you can skip the knee lift if that is bothersome. Otherwise, give it a try. It may not come off the floor very high, but that's okay. I think I just heard a rumble of thunder again. All right, we got one more in each direction. And back to center. All right. This time we're doing opposites attract. So trying to sit away from the back of your chair if you can here. We're taking one arm around, elbow to the knee, and switch. Elbow to the knee, and switch. You're rounding a little bit here, but mostly bringing that elbow around and lifting that knee Opposite knee as high as you can. Again, you can do this at your own pace. You can do a little bit quicker as long as you're kind of keeping that core activated and you're not straining your back. You get a little twist in there. Squeeze that elbow down. Nice, steady breathing. Good job. One more each side. You got it. All right. And we're going to go right into our seated jacks. All right. So I want everybody to do them with me today. Try not to do too many of the doubles. So those of you that know how to do those, just kind of stay with me today. We're going to start by just reaching one leg out. Arms go up to 90 degrees. And reach. Sorry, there's some loud noises going on upstairs. I'm not sure what's going on. Hope everyone's okay. Just gonna stay with me. When you're ready, you can add in arms reaching high. Still one heel at a time. Everybody okay? Okay, good. Very good. Stay steady here. All right, last one like this, and now we're all going to try to do doubles. Okay, so both heels, both hands, reaching out. Activate that core so that you stay nice and braced here and strong. 2 more. If this is hard, you can go to one leg. Whew. I should have said that sooner. You didn't have to do those if you didn't feel control. All right. We're going to do 4 knee ups. Okay, I know we've done a lot with the lifting that knee so far, but that's something we really want to keep working on, that hip flexor, keep lifting our legs so that we don't shuffle quite as much with our walking. Okay, so we're on our tiptoes with one leg. Okay, I'm bracing myself on my chair, but I'm also activating my core muscles. Okay, so whatever works for you. All right, and we'll just lift and lower, tap. Lift, tap the toes, lift, upper body staying still. Get a nice exhale in there. Make sure you're not holding your breath. This is a position you really want to hold your breath. Get that knee as high as you can. And last one. Excellent. That's hard. All right, cut yourself a little slack. Shake it out a little bit if you need to. Back into position. I'm kind of hinging back a little bit here. I'm on my tiptoes. I'm just lifting the knee and lowering. Up and tap. Breathe. You're strong. You can do this. 2 more. And lower down. Excellent. Let's kind of stretch those legs out and give everything a little bit of a wiggle. All right. We're going to go ahead and grab our weights. Hopefully you have some weights you can use, or at least 2 water bottles or cans of food or something like that to use today. All right. Drawing that belly button in. We're going to do some rows, but we're going to get there in that deadlift position. I know this is kind of a weird term, but let's get those shoulders rolled back and into position. Do not let them round forward. We're going to draw that belly button in and hinge forward with a flat back. And those arms are kind of dangling down here. And in this hinged position, we're just going to pull the elbows back and lower down. Don't let them just fall down. We got that control. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together. It's really easy for your neck muscles to kind of take over here, but you want to feel it between the shoulder blades. Make sure you feel it in that right spot. Exhale as you pull. And make sure your head isn't tilted back or down too far. So you're just kind of looking straight ahead or down at the floor just a little bit, 4 or 5 feet in front of you. 2 more here. Squeeze and release. And now let's sit up tall. All right, we're going to go in the similar position, maybe not quite as hinged forward. And I'll sit at the side. And we're going to do our kickback. So we're going to do both triceps on, or both arms at the same time. So get those shoulders back and in position, holding them there, okay? And we're hinging forward. We've got our elbows at 90 degrees. Just straighten and lift. Bring it back in with control. Straighten and lift. Now, if you're in a wider chair than like what I've got, this folding chair is not very wide. You just have to be careful you don't scrape your knuckles. So you can take those arms out a little bit so that you don't scrape. Or you can stand and do this just as well. You still want to get that little hinge. Keep that belly button in, but not holding your breath. Oh, so much to think about during each exercise, right? Just make sure you're not just swinging those arms. You should feel this in the backs of those arms. They're strong. You've got the control. 2 more. We're doing a lot of these, I know. And bring it back in. Excellent. All right. Those are tough, but that's a great little muscle to work that's helping you carry things and move stuff around. It's excellent exercise to do. All right. We're going to do our bicep curls next. So get that good position with the shoulders sitting up tall. No slumping. Okay, we've got an underhand grip here. We're just curling those weights up to the shoulders, easy down. Again, with the control. And you want your knees apart here. Some people sit like this or their knees end up coming together. I want you to make sure those knees are apart and you're kind of bracing with those feet firm on the floor and you're bracing with your core. If you use or press your knees together, you kind of take away from what your core is doing. And use your muscles in appropriately. So we don't want to do that. So always thinking about your form. Seeing how I was distracting you from doing so many repetitions. I just keep talking. Excellent job. Let's get 2 more. Woo, this was hard today, but we're not going to come back to these and do another round. So I want you to get a good workout. Easy down. All right, let's shake those arms out. All right, next we're going to do the accordion. So elbows in and press the weights out. Okay, so you decide how much weight you want to use here. And maybe you don't want to use any weight at all. That's fine. Good posture. Elbows stay in. Press those weights out and bring it in with control. Now keep those wrists nice and firm as well. And as you push those weights out, make sure you're not arching your back. Sometimes we want to come like one of these. Don't do that. That's going to strain your back. So core is nice and active. Good exhale. All right, bring it in. All right, we're going to do our lateral raises next. So that's just bringing elbows and wrists up simultaneously to shoulder height. Okay. Elbows at 90 degrees here. Palms are kind of facing each other where the weights are. We'll just lift and lower. Lower with that control. You're in charge of those weights. They're not in charge of you. What a great day to do a nice indoor workout at home. Still rumbling out there. Yeah, last one here. Don't want to overdo those. That can get a little problematic for me if I do too many. All right, we're going to move on and just use one weight now. We're going to do our abdominal sit back with our row. Row to one side, center, row to the other side. As we sit back up, we reach overhead. So you kind of round back, but I don't actually touch the back of the chair. You can if you need to, okay? So we're taking that weight, gripping both ends, one weight, and we're holding it here at our chest. We're kind of hinging back at the hips. Keep that head in alignment. We're reaching that weight down to one side, bring it back to center, reach it down to the other, and now as I sit up, I'm pressing overhead. Bring it down, hinging back, row, row, press. Hinging back, row, row, and press. Don't forget your breathing. It's really easy to get kind of sidetracked and actually hold your breath when things get challenging or there's lots going on. So make sure you're getting some good quality breaths in there. All right, we've got one more. Hinging back, row, row, and reach. Excellent job. That's a tough one. It's a very complex move, and you gotta kind of get a lot of things going at once. All right. We're gonna do our wood chop. Down, reach away. We'll do some of those. Then we're gonna serve up the brownies, and then we're gonna do wood chop other side. Okay? Doesn't matter which side you start on, just make sure you do the other side the next time we go. Okay, we're still gripping that weight with both hands. We're reaching down to the side. Your tush stays on that chair. Bring it back up and reach away. So you're getting that torso rotation. Just being mindful of your spine, making sure it feels okay. So for some of you, it might look a little more like that. That's okay. Focus on that breathing and doing quality work here. Thinking about your form, making sure it feels good on all the body parts because you're using lots of stuff right here. And we've got one more. Reaching down and up and away, back to center. Excellent. Taking that weight, you're kind of cradling it in your hands, in your palms. Okay, come underhand here. All right, sitting up tall, and we're lifting and reaching that weight up to about shoulder height. Draw the elbows back. Lift out in front, draw that back. Okay, keeping nice and tall with that spine. Your head is reaching towards the ceiling and not scrunched forward. Always thinking of that posture. Always incorporating that to do good movements. When you practice it this way, that means that will help you in your functional movements in daily life. You'll do things a little bit easier, efficiently, and your body will thank you for that. Let's get one more here. Pull it in. Excellent. We're taking that weight and we're going to the other side for our other wood chop. Reaching down, center, and rotate up. Going at your own pace here. Doing the movement that your body will allow you to do and not overdoing it. Not overreaching if it hurts. Remember, that's an important thing too. If something hurts, we just don't really want to aggravate that. So reassess, make sure you're doing things correctly, and try again, or just limit your motion, okay? And we got one more. center and relax. All right. What do we have next? Oh, we have our lawnmower arch, and then we'll do a little bit of balance, and then we'll cool down. All right, so let's take that weight to the opposite knee. We're drawing that elbow in an arc, bringing the elbow to the ribs. Weight ends up close to the shoulder here, and draw it back down. Round it, squeeze it, take it back. Kind of feel this under that shoulder blade in the back as you squeeze it. Keep on breathing. And one more here. Take it back. And switch hands. Shake that arm out if you need to. Taking the weight in the other hand and reaching to the opposite knee. Drawing that elbow arc. Squeezing it to the ribs. Getting that shoulder blade to kind of squeeze back. Last one here. Stay with me. Take the weight to the knee and let's relax. All right. Put those weights down and off to the side somewhere so that it doesn't interfere with your balance practice that we're going to do here. All right. We're going to start in our ballet first position. We're standing next to our chair. Now, if you need to sit for this, you can still do it. You're still in that ballet or V position with heels together, toes out. You can reach and do the same movement just in the chair, okay? But if you're standing, you will get a little bit more range of motion here. You just got to pay attention to how your knees feel, and you can hold on to the chair for a little bit of balance. First thing we're going to do, make sure you don't lock either knee. We're drawing that heel up, step out, slide it back into the V. Slide that foot up, straighten, step, slide. Staying with that same leg. Now your step might not be as wide as mine. That's okay. And maybe it's even wider. Good for you. Woo. Just try to do your best here. You slide it up, straighten, step, slide. Bring it up, straighten, step, slide. Last one. I feel that in the hips a little bit. All right, same thing, other side. And maybe you don't even need a chair. It's just there for a little bit of stability. All right, good posture here, of course. Don't lock the knees, but legs are pretty straight. Sliding up, step, and slide. Bring it up, point, step, slide. Up, point, step, slide. Make that a smaller step. If that planting that foot or stepping down hurts, make that a much shorter step. Or like I said, you can do that in the chair instead. Always we're bringing that heel back together and the toes are still out, okay? Squeeze those legs together when we come in. Great Pilates position there. Squeeze the air out between your thighs, like Kim would say. We got one more. And done. All right, let's do our tightrope. Okay, so if you've been doing any of these videos, you know this exercise. Outside leg is going to be your front leg. The leg closest to the chair is going to be your back leg. And we've got a chair here for a little bit of balance. If you can stand for this one, it's the best way to practice. Okay? We're in that split stance, heel to toe. That back leg is just going to come up to hip height, plant it right back down where it belongs, where it came from. Do it again. Plant it down. Now you can't see that. I don't want you to look at it and look down where your foot goes. Okay, you just go based on feel. Okay, add in the arm tap. Plant that foot back down. Now, if this is just too much for your brain to think about, you don't have to do the arm circle and tap, or you can just do a reach instead, like this. Okay, but always make sure you get up to hip height with that knee, or aim for that, and then get that foot planted directly behind the other one. You can let go if you want to. That usually makes me bobble, but you can try it. Woo! Let's do one more on this side. Have that control. And done. Ta-da! All right, other side. Outside leg is in the front. Leg closest to the chair is in the back. You got a little bit of space here between you and the chair, but you can still hold on. Good posture. Bringing that back leg up. Hip height. Plant it back down. Try not to look at your feet. And here we go. Add in that arm if you can. And reach if you prefer that way. Just making sure that toe goes right back to the other heel. Really working some stabilizing muscles here. I'm really feeling that in my outer hip, actually. So it's not even the moving leg that is being taxed for me. It's the one that I'm kind of holding with. Let's get two more. All right, very good. Hope you all feel good after doing all that. Let's do a wide stance sway just to kind of loosen those knees up, and then we'll stretch. Okay, so toes are pointing out. How wide your stance is up to you. A narrow stance is going to be a little bit easier on the knees. A wider stance, you're going to get more into a lunge. So we're just hinging to the side. Knee is going directly towards that pointed out toe. You just don't want to go take that knee past the toe. Puts too much strain on the knee. Of course, how far you bend is up to you. Getting that good inner thigh stretch here actually too, if you're nice and wide. And back to center. I just saw a bit of lightning out there. All right, let's go ahead and let's just have a seat in our chair for our cool down stretches. All right, shake those arms out. Let's bring one arm across. Other arm is up there to help stretch. Let's do a few wrist circles as well. Really want to get that shoulder and tricep stretched out here. The wrist, do what you need to do to kind of loosen that joint up. Lots of little bones in there in that wrist. You need to keep them moving. And then if you're feeling good, go ahead and do your finger marching, every finger to the thumb. This is Karina's favorite. She likes this finger marching one. Keeps our knuckles nimble. All right, and relax. Other side. Arm comes across. Other arm is up there to help support. Do your wrist circles or drop and lift. Whatever feels good with that poor little wrist. Did a lot with the weights and stuff, so it needs a little attention too. All right, still making sure you're feeling that stretch in the shoulder. And then do your finger marching. And I hope you're sitting up tall in your chair. Draw that belly button in, even during stretches. All right, and relax. This is the only time it's okay to round your shoulders forward, is for this stretch. We're gonna round forward, we're rounding our whole spine. You're still trying to kind of cave out your abdominal area here. You're reaching past your knees, rounding the spine, even tucking your chin in here, reaching, rounding that whole spine. Whew. Deep breath. Coming up, exhale, open those hands nice and wide here. Drop the shoulders so that they're not hiked up, and lifting the chin and get that good stretch in the front of the neck. And now rotate those palms and press them back. Thumbs pressed behind your body here, opening up that chest. Excellent. Shake that out. A little torso stretch. So taking one arm, reaching right over the top, and bracing on the chair if you need to here. Oh, that's such a good stretch. Separating those ribs from the top of the hip bone. Should feel that really good right through here. And release. Other side. Keep the arm right over your head. No rounding forward here. Reach. I'm not sure who else here with me today, but I know Bob is. He told me he would be here. So hi, Bob. Hope you're doing well. All right, we're going to move on to our quad stretch, dropping that knee down, sitting up tall. Make sure you don't have that little sway in your back here. So tuck your hips under. Let that knee kind of dangle down at the side. You can add a little reach overhead here. Get that quad muscle stretched out. Shimmy those toes back if you want to. Just protect your low back. And release. Other side. Slide on over. Drop that knee down. Reaching high. That's pretty good. All right. And then sliding to the front of your chair. One heel is forward. Other knee is bent here. All right. We're keeping that back nice and straight. We're just hinging at the hips. Toes are up towards the ceiling. No floppy foot. That leg is pretty straight. Getting the whole back side of that leg. Now I scoot to the very edge of my seat so that I can get the whole back side, even like up to my hamstring and even up by my tush. Get that all stretched out. Where you really feel it is the back of the knee. And if you bring your toes back towards your shin, you'll feel that in your calf muscle, which is a good stretch if you do a lot of walking. Sitting up, switching legs, other heel forward, toes up towards the ceiling, hinging at the hips, leading with the chest. Woo! Make sure you breathe through these stretches as well. All right, I better get going or I'm going to get cut off here. All right, ankle over, slide that on up, plant the foot if you can. Don't force this one, okay? Just do the best you can. You can hinge here, hug that knee, feel that in that hip. It's gotten darker in here. Oh, it's dark outside. All right, release that leg, try the other side. Slide it on up. If you get above the knee, you can plant the foot. We might get cut off at 40 minutes. I'm not sure here, guys. So if I do get cut off, have a great day. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep going here with the stretches and do what we can. Relax that leg, slide it on down. Sitting up tall, hands in the lap. Let's drop the chin down. Looking over our shoulder. Brief pause, dropping that chin back down and across to the other side. Great. Chin down to your chest. Lifting your chin, looking straight ahead. Tilt that ear to the shoulder. Add in that arm reach. Add a little pressure here. Release, other side. Ear drops down to the shoulder. Add that reach. Add pressure only if it feels good. And release. Nice deep breath in. Stretch. Exhale. Swooping down, sweeping up. Let it all out here. One more big deep breath. Fill those lungs up. And let it all out. Excellent job today, everyone. And I hope you had a great workout. I will see you soon. Kim's video will go live at 11, which is in about 4 minutes. So stay tuned. Go back to your YouTube main page there, and Kim's video should, if you subscribe to her or hit that link in your that email from me, it should take you right to that. So that'll be starting soon. Have a great day, everyone.